What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I've got an exciting swatch review for you. Today we are talking about the OPI Mexico City collection for Spring-Summer 2020, and I already know what you're thinking. It's way too soon to be talking about Spring-Summer nail polishes. You guys said that a lot in my last video, but that's just the nature of consumerism and marketing. Nail polish brands come out with the next season in advance, so you guys have plenty of time to find, order, and buy the polishes. So I am here to show them to you guys. You certainly don't have to wear them right now. You don't even have to wear them until like May or June. But at least you'll get an idea of what polishes you like, and you can find some good spring-summer picks. Or maybe you can wear them right now and get yourself excited for spring-summer. But anyway, I have rambled on enough. Let's look at the swatches and then we'll talk about them. Roll footage. So as always, I'm using base coat underneath all of my swatches. Today I am using the CHIHUAHUA base coat, which I will be linking down in the description for anyone who's interested. So first up in this collection, we have the shade Telenovela Me About It, and this is a really beautiful, medium, cool-toned pink that has a really intense fuchsia shimmer running throughout it. And this is a really beautiful color. I think this is just a classic any time of year color, and having that shimmer running throughout it does definitely elevate this from like your basic average everyday pink. This color gave me 2 coats for full opacity, and of course the formula was very nice and easy to work with. Next up we have the shade Viva OPI, which is a really beautiful, vibrant, summery red cream, and this to me is definitely a summer red. I think it's so bright and it's classic and it's like that cherry red color. This one pretty much gave me opacity in the first coat. I ended up showing you guys what it looks like with 2 coats just so you could see the difference, but I really think that I could definitely get away with wearing this in one. OPI does an amazing job with red nail polishes, and I think this one is no exception. The formula was so easy and the color is so gorgeous. Next up we have the shade My Chihuahua Doesn't Bite Anymore, and this is a little bit of a similar color, but this one's definitely more of an orangey red. Again, just an absolutely fantastic formula, and I did end up getting that full coverage in the first coat, but I'm showing you guys that second coat just so you can see it. To me, this is definitely a summer color and another one of those just classic shades. Classic of OPI and also just classic nail polish color. Like, to me, this is a great color to wear on your toes in the summer. I just think it's a really beautiful shade, and the formula was perfect. Next up we have the shade Mural Mural on the Wall, and this is a really beautiful, dustier coral jelly that actually has a really interesting translucent gold fleck running throughout it. This is actually a very unique color for OPI. I was very impressed that they made it. I think it looks so gorgeous. You can definitely get away with wearing 2 coats on the nail if you want it to almost have that like indie jelly effect, but I did end up showing you guys 3, which would give it full coverage with that nail line not being visible anymore. And I think it's so gorgeous. I love how those little flecks shine through. I love that color that is the base color of all of this, and I just think everything about this is so beautiful and special. I really hope they make more colors like this. Next up we have the shade Coraling Your Spirit Animal, and this is a really beautiful peachy cream shade. This is another one that really impressed me with the coverage. This one I found was fully opaque in the first coat. Maybe that's just because my nails are fairly short. I did end up showing you guys a second coat just to see what that looks like. I found that it was slightly darker on the nails once it was dry than it does look wet, but it is a really gorgeous springy shade. Next up we have the shade SUZI'S Slinging MEZCAL, and this was a really interesting one. It's like a very yellow metallic foil shade, and it has a little bit of a silver shimmer running throughout it as well. When I saw it in the bottle, I was not a huge fan. It reminded me of their infamous shade Pineapples Have Peelings, but I'm gonna be honest, I actually kind of like it on the nail. I feel like it's interesting, it's a little bit different, and it's definitely not a gold. It's like a bright, fun yellow. I did get full coverage in 2 coats. Next up we have the shade Don't Tell a Soul, and this is a classic yellow cream. This one was slightly cooler toned than a lot of the yellows that I have seen from OPI, but just like how I love OPI reds, I absolutely love OPI yellows. I think they do a fantastic job with them. This one was a tiny bit sheer. I ended up doing 2 slightly thicker coats, but if I want to do a full manicure, I would probably end up doing 3 regular coats just to get full opacity there. Next up, we have the shade Hue is the Artist, and this is a very, 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 very light purple, basically white cream. I could hardly tell it was purple. It really looks white to the naked eye, and it's actually really nice. It's a little bit sheer on the first coat. It has a little bit of that like a marshmallowy jelly kind of feel to it, but I did manage to get full opacity in 2. I wouldn't recommend this for nail art, but if you want to wear a white that's not too starkly white, I think this is a really great option for you. Next up, we have the shade Mexico City Mauve Mint, and as you could probably guess by the name, this is a very light minty cream shade. Now this one, it looks a little bright in my swatch, but you can definitely tell it is a minty color. It's not that like basically white shade. I did manage to get full coverage in 2 coats, and I thought it was a really beautiful color. I think this is a perfect springy shade because it's nice and light and bright, but it's also a color you can really get away with wearing any time of year. Honestly, all of them are colors you can wear any time of year, but I just like to categorize them. Next up, we have the shade Verde Nice to Meet You, and this is a really nice turquoise cream shade. Very impressive coverage on this one. It was almost a 1-coater. I did end up having to do 2 coats just because I was getting a little sloppy with my swatching here, but I do think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Again, this one did dry slightly darker than it looked when it was wet on the nail, but I think that actually made the color a little bit better, so I really like it. This is just another great spring summer shade, or really any time of year shade. Next up, we have the shade Mi Casa es Blue Casa, and I absolutely love this one. It is like a primary blue cream, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I only really have one OPI that is sort of this color, so I'm really happy to have another one in my collection. Again, really impressive opacity on this one. It was almost a 1-coater for me, but I did end up needing a second one. I've been so into this like primary blue cream craze lately, so I'm just very excited to wear this one. I think it looks so nice. And last but certainly not least, we have the shade Mariachi Makes My Day, and this is a beautiful, rich, cool-toned purple cream, and this one was a 2-coater for me, but again, almost a 1-coater. I think I could get away with using this for nail art because it is pretty opaque. I am not really sure why this is in a spring-summer collection though. I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore it and I love purple creams, but I feel like this doesn't really match the season to me. I don't know. I would love to know what you guys think of this one, because I don't know. I don't know. So those are the polishes. Like I said, nothing totally mind-blowing, but they are really good formulas. They're really beautiful colors. Like I've said before, OPI does really amazing reds and yellows, so I'm really excited to see those in this collection. And then they have that really beautiful flaky polish, which I think is pretty unique. I would love to see more of that from them. Nothing totally crazy, outstanding, unique, but if you don't already have these shades, I think this is a great brand to pick up. They have an amazing formula. They're 3 free, and you know, they're a mainstream salon brand, so they're going to be available almost anywhere you go to buy nail polish. I personally got these from HB Beauty Bar, and I do have a discount code with them. If you use the code Kelly, you can get 20% off your order. So I'll link that down below, as well as a few other retailers that you can check out. But yeah, that is it for this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments which of these colors is your favorite, if you plan on picking any of them up, or if you already have picked any of them up. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear about it. And if you like my swatch and reviews, please give this one a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I do lots of swatch and review videos, and occasionally makeup videos, and occasionally nail art videos, and we just do a lot of stuff. You can check out my channel if you want to see what other stuff I do. It's right there. You just click on it. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Oh, by the way, real quick, this is Sinful Colors Endless Blue. I know you guys are going to ask me, and I always forget to tell you what polish I'm wearing. This is Sinful Colors Endless Blue, and I really love it. Okay. So, fun fact, I am actually 5'7", which I realize a lot of you guys are not in the US, and I'm trying to look up what that is in the metric system, but I don't actually know how you guys measure people. Is it in meters? Because it says I'm 1.702 meters. I'm 170 centimeters. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassing myself right now. But yes, so the reason that I'm telling you guys how tall I am is because people always think online that I'm super short. And I feel like you guys are always surprised, especially in vlogs, when you see me next to other people and you're like, whoa, you are not short. I'm not short. I'm actually, I think, above average height for women. So yeah, I'm 5'7". I'm pretty tall. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.